Welcome back to the Best of Sports Center. I'm Charlie Steiner. Even though there was a change of champion this year in boxing, the biggest story by far did not take place in the ring. It took place in a courthouse in downtown Indianapolis, where the former heavyweight champion Mike Tyson lost the biggest fight of his life to a 108-pound opponent.
The satellite trucks beamed the news. Ticket scalpers were very much in evidence, and Don King was there for Mike Tyson's most important fight. Not in the ring, but in Judge Patricia Gifford's courtroom in downtown Indianapolis. Following the Clarence Thomas hearings and the William Kennedy Smith trial, the Tyson case would be pivotal in the way we view date rape and sexual relations in this country. Tyson's daily arrivals and departures became a staple of the nightly network news shows. There were no cameras allowed inside the courtroom, so artist drawings and good old-fashioned journalism would tell the story chapter by daily chapter. The prosecution team, headed up by Greg Garrison and Barbara Trathan, would call 24 witnesses and introduce 35 pieces of evidence. The prosecution wasted little time in calling Desiree Washington to the stand. To that point, she had not been identified by name. Her face was shielded in public. When she testified and was later cross-examined, Tyson, facing his accuser for the first time, sat impassively. While Tyson remained confident, the prosecution case became more compelling. Desiree's mother testified about the change in her daughter's personality, and the prosecution's final piece of evidence was the 911 recording of Desiree's call to police.
Okay, you did tell him no when you said
yes. I said no. I asked you about this person.
You know him well, or is this somebody you just now met?
It's someone that's like famous.
Somebody famous?
I came out of the bathroom and this person was in his underwear. He just basically kind of did what he wanted to do, and he kept saying, "Don't fight me, don't fight me." But someone nationally known against someone just like me, a regular person, I mean, people are just going to naturally believe him, think that I'm going for his money or
You don't know that. You don't know what might happen.
The trial was marred and delayed by a day when a fire swept through the hotel in which the jury had been staying. While none of the jurors was injured, 3 people died, 2 of them firemen, a dozen others injured. The cause of the fire deemed accidental. The defense team, spearheaded by noted Washington attorney Vincent Fuller, called 25 witnesses to the stand, including singer Johnny Gill and a parade of Miss Black America pageant contestants. But the one witness that would make or break the case was Michael Gerard Tyson, who told the jury about what happened on this bed on that night. Tyson testified, "She undressed herself. I was having oral sex with her. She asked for intercourse." Tyson concluded his direct testimony by saying, "She never told me to stop. She never said that it hurt. She never said no." 2 weeks after the trial began, the case was in the jury's hands. And 2 years to within the hour of his only professional loss in the ring to Buster Douglas, Mike Tyson was found guilty of the 3 charges against him.
I've been getting angry with some of the people who've called me today asking, well, won't you fight him while he's out on appeal? No. He's a rapist. He belongs in jail.
I have absolutely no thoughts about Tyson. He's a common criminal who's getting what he deserves. I have absolutely no thoughts about Mike Tyson. He's finished, washed up, deserves to be, period. He's a thug.
But not everyone felt that way.
I'm sorry, buddy. I wish I could get you back everything you had over there.
That's okay. Thank you.
I'm really sorry. Can I get a picture with you, please?
Yeah.
Please? Can someone take a picture with us? Please? Thank you.
44 days after his conviction, Tyson was sentenced to 6 years in prison. Being frisked and then let off in handcuffs with a smile on his face were difficult pictures to digest. Since the trial, Desiree Washington and Mike Tyson have given just 1 interview each.
If he had come to me any time before or gone to his lawyers or to anyone and said, I was wrong. You know, the first step to any recovery is admitting that you have the problem. I admit that I have a problem and I need help. Get me some help. I wouldn't have gone through this trial.
The truth of the matter of what happened that night then is what?
That she was not raped.
And while the appeal process continues for Mike Tyson, he's been behind prison doors at the Indiana Youth Center now for something over 9 months. He works in the prison recreation department, and he's the manager of the prison basketball team. Among his duties, to wash the uniforms of the team players. Mike Tyson, with continued good behavior, is due out of prison in March of 1995.